will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. The ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cardinals really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Pulls and fires complete. Turns it on in midfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Ashley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down with him.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're testing the right side here. And There was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there. Turning it on! He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
See, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ball State.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Hold and fire complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. To the air, it's Kelly. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the shotgun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. Ball State has the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. With the running game on first down, now back at it. receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Ashley. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Kelly. Throws for the end zone. Wide out trying to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Cardinals come to the line in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting a tackle for the loss.
Looking to fire. He wants it all. Strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big play. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
So it's an 80-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The option look. Quick toss. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Converts on fourth down, still going. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he
got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And the Cardinals will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Sure hands, it's Weatherly. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Cardinals will go for it on 4th down. Now the play fake. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Ashley. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. Clock's stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Grabs it in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
It's on target and complete. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. That's it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown Cardinal. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. I mean, you want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The give to the tailback. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Dropping back, it's Kelly. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's loose. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Off-play action on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the 2nd half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the 2nd half of this defense.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Give it enough bloody English, but he missed it. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. Look out, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Back to pass, it's Kelly. Trying to pull his way in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Ball State. They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They want to throw it. Ball into the intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Oh, the ball's out on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
And his kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this, and that is massive. And now it sets it up for great field position.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Running to the left. Right through the tackle. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Not a chance. Missed it. Still up by 5 after missing that chance to put a little padding on it, guys. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Kelly. Still looking on the move. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's caught inside the 30. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On that last one, they need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. No question, they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man, it's Kelly. Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Pulled down for the tackle.
What a big play for this defense in a critical moment. You cannot allow them to convert that 2-point play, right? Because if they do, all of a sudden it's a field goal game. Great job stepping up and making something happen at a massive moment.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Right back to it. Smashes ahead. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The Cardinals just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the option. He'll toss it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
It's Kelly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The offense pops it up. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the team out.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give as they work on that clock. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Cardinals send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start this drive going to the air. He wants a big play here late. He's got it on the outside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
The offense offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Legs. It's Ashley. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the heat. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws. Looking for more room. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.